And an AI hack? In 2025, one already did, and it may have stopped a real attack. Google pointed an AI bug hunter called Big Sleep at SQLite, the tiny database sitting inside your phone, your browser, and half the internet. It found a critical flaw that years of human testing had missed, one that, according to Google, attackers were about to use. The AI caught it first. So yes, AI can find security holes. The real question is what happens when it gets good at it. Because the same skill that finds a vulnerability is the exact skill you'd use to exploit one. Think of a master lockpick. Point them at your front door, and they'll tell you precisely how a burglar gets in, or they'll be the burglar. The tool doesn't care which side it's on. How does an AI even do this? Older bug finders just threw random junk at software and watched for a crash. Brute force. These new models actually read the code, the way a careful human reviewer would, reasoning about the weird edges. What if this number overflows? What if this input is longer than expected? Except they never get tired, never skim, and can hold a codebase larger than any person could keep in their head. That SQLite flaw was exactly that kind. A subtle integer overflow you'd have to be very patient, or very lucky, to catch. That cuts both ways from day one. The same model a hacker might use to break in? A developer can point at their own code before they ship it. Run the AI across your codebase, let it flag the overflow, the missing check, the forgotten edge case, and fix it while it's still cheap. Security teams have wanted this for decades. Catch the bug before it ever reaches an attacker. For the first time, the scanner is as clever as the person trying to break in. These tools are getting frighteningly good. Big Sleep didn't stop at one bug. Within months, it had turned up 20 more in open source software. Then Anthropic built a model tuned for exactly this, handed it to security teams under a program called Project Glasswing. And those partners found more than 10,000 high and critical severity flaws. Not typos. Real, exploitable holes in the software the world runs on. Here is the uncomfortable part. An AI that can find 10,000 ways in is also an AI that could hand 10,000 ways in to whoever asks. And the math is brutally lopsided. A defender has to find and close every single hole. An attacker only needs one. That asymmetry has always favored the attacker, but slowly, because finding that one hole took real skill and time. Take away the time. Hand that skill to anyone with an API key, and the balance tips hard. Unless the defenders get the same speed up first. Which is why the most capable version of this model, Anthropic calls it Mythos 5, described as having the strongest cybersecurity capabilities of any model in the world, is handled very carefully. You cannot just put that on the internet. Anthropic split it in two. The public model, Fable 5, will happily help you write and secure code. But the moment it senses a request drifting into real attack territory, it quietly hands the conversation to a safer model instead. More than 95% of sessions never even notice. And they tested that wall hard. Before release, outside red teamers spent over 1,000 hours trying to break it, and found no universal way through, though one government lab got worryingly close. The dangerous version, Mythos 5, isn't sold at all. It's locked to vetted defenders, infrastructure operators, security firms, and the US government through Glasswing, which tells you exactly where this is going. Defense used to be humans versus humans. Now it's AI versus AI. The attacker's model probes for a hole. The defender's model has to find it and patch it first. Speed becomes everything. And the reassuring part, for now, is that the most powerful versions of these tools are aimed at finding bugs so they can be fixed. Every flaw caught in a lab is a flaw no criminal ever gets to use. The whole shift in one line. AI didn't invent hacking. It just built the single most capable hacker on Earth. And now the race is about who points it at the locks first. If you want AI stories actually explained instead of hyped, that's the whole reason this channel exists. Subscribe and the next one finds you. And I am genuinely curious. If you had a model that could find every flaw in your own code, would you run it, knowing someone else might run it on you? Tell me below.